Oh, God.
Good evening. My name is Stacey Brooks. I'm the president of the Lisa McPherson Trust. And the Lisa McPherson Trust, as you have probably heard, is a watchdog group whose purpose is to educate the community of Clearwater about certain abusive and deceptive practices of the Church of Scientology. I think I should tell you that many Scientologists, including many of the Scientologists in Clearwater, are unaware of these activities, and we're actually working with many active Scientologists to try and bring about a reform of these particular practices. We are not anti-Scientology in any way, but there are certain practices about this organization that we are very concerned about. And we're here to educate the community about those particular activities. I'm here tonight to talk to you about a situation that I'm very concerned about. There's a particular part of the Church of Scientology which is called the Office of Special Affairs. And they are the department of the organization that carry out the kinds of dirty tricks that we're concerned about, harassment and harassive litigation, this kind of thing, which you may have heard something about. The Office of Special Affairs very much does not want our organization in Clearwater and has made that very clear to us in a number of different ways. This is something that we have to deal with. You know, our purpose is to educate the community about these things, and it's our responsibility to deal with the Office of Special Affairs. However, one of the things that has been done is that off-duty Clearwater Police officers have been hired to police the portion of Watterson Avenue, which is right down the street from where the Lisa McPherson Trust is. It's several doors down from one of the big Church of Scientology buildings. And there are off-duty Clearwater police officers in uniform there from about 11 in the morning till sometime in the evening. And the other day, a situation happened where one of the staff of the Lisa McPherson Trust was nearly arrested by a police officer who, in his off-duty time, is working for the Church of Scientology. The sergeant in charge of that officer has reprimanded this officer for his action.
Please wrap it up, Ms. Brooks.
For his action in doing this about the Lisa McPherson Trust staff member, and I would like for you please to look into the matter.
Thank you. We will. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good evening, Mayor. I also work with the Lisa McPherson Trust. I'm the Vice President, Executive Vice President of the Lisa McPherson Trust, and I'm here to speak on behalf of the Lisa McPherson Trust.
Yes, what is your name?
My name is Jesse Prince. I am a person that was in Scientology myself for 16 years. As a matter of fact, Scientology attorneys described me at one point as being the #2 man in all of Scientology, which in fact is true. Your own police department, the State Prosecutor's Office, found while investigating the death murder of Lisa McPherson through his investigation that the staff members involved were less than forthcoming with the truth about what happened to the Lisa McPherson. Until they were granted use immunity, the investigation was blocked in every way. I'm here to say that, ashamedly, I've been involved in situations like that from within the Church of Scientology, trying to confuse the justice system and protect Scientology. And I know that in the majority of Scientologists' minds, they know it is better to lie than to tell the truth. The Lisa McPherson Trust is here to not attack Scientology, but we are here because of what happened to Lisa McPherson and what has happened to other people that have died in that building, or other people that have been held against their will. I was in Scientology for quite a while, and that is not what they always did. This is something different that they're doing, and that's why we're here. And all I would ask from you, Mr. Mayor, is if you would please allow this group to be here, see what we have to say, because everything that we're presenting here are court records from many different courts about these activities. And you know what? Maybe Scientology could be good for something in Clearwater, but with the way they're approaching our own justice system and the human and civil rights of individuals, it's a concern, and that's why we're here. And I would just ask that you please take a look at what's going on here. Come and see us. We'll come and see you. Let's have some meetings and work together. Thank you.
Thank you. Didn't you try to have a meeting after being accused last time of not? And what happened?
We tried, Mr. Minton and I were supposed to have a meeting last Thursday with the city attorney, and Mr. Minton did not show up for the meeting.
Was there any prior notification to that?
No, he did not notify us he wasn't coming.
Okay.
Good evening, gentlemen. My name is Robert Minton. I'm going to just move that away a little bit. I wasn't planning to get up here, and I'm 33 North Fort Harrison Avenue is the property that I own here in Clearwater. I wasn't planning to get up here, but since Mr. Roberto, I believe, said, I couldn't quite hear it, but he had set up a meeting for last Thursday between me, Mr. Roberto, and the city attorney. That never happened, that such a meeting was set up. There was a call made last Wednesday to my office in Clearwater, which was the day I returned to New Hampshire. There was nothing said about a meeting with anybody other than the fact that you wanted to have a meeting, but there wasn't a date or anything about a city attorney discussed. So just to make that clear, that message was never given to me. I still would like to meet with you. But since I'm up here, I'll also mention another matter, which I believe all the commissioners and you, Mr. Mayor, have been given a petition by that came out of Jimmy Hall's restaurant that came from his customers at this restaurant. And basically what this petition was about was the attempt to change the direction of Watterson Avenue from a one-way running north, as it's presently constituted, to a one-way running south. As of 10 days ago, when I last spoke to anybody at the police department, they said that was still under active consideration. The gentleman from Jimmy Hall said that was, when they delivered this, they were told this is no longer under consideration. But I did want to express my concern that this attempt to redirect traffic on this street, basically, as far as anyone can tell, as an attempt to be accommodating to the Church of Scientology, is yet another example of bending over too far to accommodate an organization which, as some of my colleagues have said, have some problems that they are trying to deal with and that we're trying to help them deal with. And I just, again, reiterate this cozy relationship with the Church of Scientology, and I thank you for listening to my comments, and I hope we get a chance to meet soon, Mr. Roberto. Thank you.